Tips for buying used cars in Tampa. January 14, 2015. One of the main benefits to living in the Tampa region is that if you ever need to buy used cars in Tampa, you will find that there is no shortage of options to choose from, and for the most part, these options contain a cleaner, higher quality rust-free type of used car. While this may be great for your chances of finding the right used car at a fair price, it also means that you're going to have to wade through all of these options to find that car. Like with many of tasks that we endure throughout life, one of the keys to success is taking the time to do the job right. Budgeting. The first and probably most important step is to set your budget. Figure out how much money you can afford to spend in total, and if financing is a possibility, you also want to consider how much you can afford to cover in monthly payments. When you're setting the budget for your used car purchase, you also want to consider the cost of things like taxes, title transfer fees, and insurance. Once your budget is set, you can then begin to consider the type of vehicle that you need. Vehicle type. Selecting the type of used car that you will buy is an important part of the process where a lot of buyers make mistakes. The two things that you need to remember the most when you're considering the type of vehicle to purchase are your budget and the specific things that you need from the vehicle. Specific factors such as how big your family is and how miles you'll be driving to work, school, etc. will help you make a good decision. It isn't uncommon for used car shoppers to fall in love with a vehicle that doesn't fit either their needs or their budget, and in turn they make up a bad purchase. Making a good purchase means defining your needs and sticking to your budget. Finding the right car. After setting your budget and defining your needs, finding a prospective list of used cars can be fairly straightforward. One of the simplest ways to find a used car in Tampa is searching the online listings at websites like usedcarstampa.com. The fact that there are over 3,500 searches conducted for used cars Tampa confirms the fact that many are finding success using this method. The consumer can provide details like make, model, and price range, and the website will supply them with a list of cars that fit the circumstances of the individual. Once you have a list of potential used cars to buy, you will also want to do a little research to ensure that the seller is offering the car for a fair price. One way that you can do this is to compare the cars to similar models that are for sale in the region, along with comparing it to other models that are currently for sale. You can also use resources like the Edmunds True Market Value and the Kelley Blue Book Value. Having an accurate value for a used car is essential to getting the right car for the right price. After you've completed the above steps, you will have a list of the cars that are worth investigating further. This means contacting the sellers, going to test and inspect the cars in person, and possibly negotiating for a price that will satisfy both parties. If you want to get the most for your money and a car that will serve you well, it will take some time and effort, but this is time and effort well spent. Brought to you by Datsun News Network.